welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are the Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell and the Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2026, we are celebrating the 41st anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
We are proud to announce that Hotspots Happening Out is a beneficiary of the Florida AIDS Walk. Funds raised will be matched dollar for dollar in support of Hotspots Happening Out's HIV policy reform and educational programs, including the MSM conference. We invite you to join the walk by making your signing up at www.faw.lgbt. Join us on March 21st to walk in support of the community impacted by HIV. This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Kansas criminalizes transgender drivers overnight. In February 2026, Kansas crossed a chilling new threshold in state-sanctioned discrimination by mailing letters to roughly 1,700 transgender residents, demanding they surrender their driver's licenses immediately. By invalidating previously legal identification documents without a grace period, the state has effectively criminalized the act of driving for an entire community overnight. This isn't just about administrative updates. It's a form of bureaucratic erasure, forcing people to carry IDs that misgender them and threatening them with Class B misdemeanors or jail time for noncompliance is a direct assault on personal safety and privacy. By overriding Kansas Governor Kelly's veto to pass SB 244, the legislature has prioritized culture war, theater, over the basic dignity and legal stability of its citizens, making Kansas the first state to retroactively strip away rights in such a predatory ambush. Damn. I've said it at this table before. I will say it until it's no longer true. Some places just need boogeymen. They just need a group of people that they perceive as being weak and unnecessary to the rest of the world. 1,700 people, a whole 1,700 people in the entire state of Kansas are now the boogeyman. And why? Simply because the legislature can. The governor actually did the right thing by vetoing the legislation, and the legislative branch said, oh, heck no. We want to be nasty, we want to be vicious, we want to be evil, so yeah, we're going to go after those people. And we're going after those people because we don't think they have enough power to fight back. And what's happening, though, is folks are fighting back. National groups are getting involved. Other local groups from different states are saying, wait a minute, if this happened in Kansas, who's saying that it can't happen in, Florida or
every other state?
Texas, Mississippi, or any of the red states. So people have to understand that when stuff like this happens, the first thing we have to do, all of us, is to open our mouths and say that this is unacceptable, and we're going to do everything that we humanly can to make sure that this kind of legislation doesn't stand up. If that means sending money to the ACLU or whatever other legal group is going to fight this, because I know somebody's going to fight it in the courts. Whatever we can do, we've got to do it now, because this is just the beginning of continued stupidity.
Yeah. It's so aggravating. These would have been colossally heretical and controversial statements once upon a time, but this is not a geocentric universe. Ta-da! Newsflash. This is not a flat Earth. apples will fall out of the tree on top of your head because of a force called gravity, and it's universal, and we've always had it, and it's always going to be here. That you don't know a thing until you do, but then you do. We now know. I mean, there's medical, sociology, psychology, biology, psychiatry, endocrinology, pediatrics. We now know that gender is not binary, that some people are transmasculine, or trans feminine, or non-binary, or genderqueer, or transgender, or there's a lot. There's a continuum, and we fall in different places in the continuum, and you can't legislate that away. You can discriminate. You can take some of those people and torment them and dehumanize them, but they are what they are. And just because you don't understand what they are, your ignorance is not a license to make other people miserable. So I'm sorry that you don't understand that some people are not like you, but they shouldn't have to be like you to drive, for Christ's sake. Do you know what I mean? So there are people not like you in the world, and try to find some way to cope with that other than limiting their liberty and livelihood. I mean, so what if you're a Lyft driver? Well, I guess you ain't now, unless you're willing to be dehumanized and misgendered. Like, it's just this is just, again, cruelty is the point.
Yes.
And I just want to flip this a little bit because Iran's in the news, or has been, or will be, or it's always in the news. In Iran, we think, oh, it's very anti-gay, and it is, except when gay men are arrested, incarcerated for indecent, exposure or whatever, sometimes their punishment is forced transgender surgery. They're forced into transsexualism. So in other words, a man, okay, you're gay, you're different, so we'll just make you a woman, and then then you'll be right. But they aren't transgender; they're gay men, right? So they force them to have the bodies of women, and then of course they're stigmatized anyway. And sex work is usually the only, or begging, the only ways they can survive. Their families reject them, society doesn't know what to do with them. So this forced transsexualism on someone who's not transgender or genderqueer or non-binary, that's the punishment, is to make you live like a gender you're not. Oh, look how horrified we are. How is it different? When the state of Kansas said, we're going to make you act like and present as a gender that you're not. It's devastating, horrifying in one story, and no less so in the other.
Yes.
When you're saying, I get to decide who you are, and I get to decide if that matters enough to even let you live your life, that's not democracy, that's not freedom, that's not justice.
Yeah.
Right. This is just another targeting of those in the transgender community. And Reverend Kevin, you made the statement that it's affecting their livelihood. And that's it. If they don't have transportation, if they can't get to where they need to go, how are they supposed to exist?
Yeah.
But Bishop Durrell, Lyft drivers, Lyft, the company Lyft is offering a discount.
I
to
purposely say the other one.
Exactly. To give people access to transportation. There's a special promo code. Wow. Now, I'm Lyft, whomever, it's all wonderful. But people are paying attention. The point is, people are paying attention.
Yeah.
They're saying, you know what, there's a way that we can help folks. They don't have to stay home. They can go to their jobs. They can get to their livelihoods. And we're going to help that.
Excellent.
Other groups, other organizations are doing that. So
Excellent.
that's super, super positive. There it is up on our screen right now. So.
And Lyft, unlike other rideshare places,
shares.
Has not contributed to any campaign or politician that runs on an anti-trans platform.
Right.
So not only is trans, being kind, Lyft is being kind, but they've been staying on principle through all of this for years now.
Right, and that's how you do business.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.